Welcome to the Legends Only Gamecast. I don't know where I was going with that. I just wanted to do something cool with dubstep. But welcome to the Legends Only podcast for the second time. What's your middle name?
Anne.
Damn, if it was S, it'd be like Valerie S. Cumming.
That's a missed opportunity.
It is a missed opportunity. Tell your parents to rename you. All right, so I told you I was going to tell you about my shitty... God damn, this mic is really going to fucking wind me up. I was going to tell you about my shitty day.
Yeah, we're both in a mood today.
We are both in a mood today, so yeah. I'm just going to hold this because it's really making me mad. So today, I went to class, and then they were like, all right, who hasn't taken the midterm? And I was like, me. And so I went to take it, and I came back, and then I was like, yo, where is everyone? He's like, oh, they're on break. I'm like, okay. So I went out to the hallway, got on my phone, went on Twitter, and I just like I had like tunnel vision, and like my heart started like pounding like 1,000 beats a minute.
Yeah.
And I just like started like crying.
Actually crying.
Like actually crying. And then I went back in, like after I stopped crying and like composed myself. And I went back in and everyone was still gone. And I'm like, yo, like how long has he been gone? Because like I'm going to leave. And they're like, well, you can't really do that 15-minute rule since we're on break. I'm like, fuck you. I'm leaving. I didn't leave. I didn't end up leaving.
But you thought about it.
Yeah, and like the class ended up going longer than it usually does. I'm just like, why? Dude, I feel like I'm peaking really bad.
So, end of the story, basically, you had a panic attack in class, wanted to leave.
Yeah, that's
so,
basically it. What about
while you were in that panicked feeling, did you feel like if you were to leave that setting, you would be totally better? Like, you're like, if I could just get in my car and go, I'd be fine.
Yes. Well, yeah, I guess. Then I would have, like, space to, like, I don't know. I don't want to say cry because that sounds soft. But
you are soft. If you're not soft, who is?
Shit. True. If I'm not soft, then
it's
who
sad
is?
Boy hours, ladies and gentlemen.
It's been sad boy hours all week. Dude, I just want this fucking month to be over.
Yeah,
this
October has not been your month.
October's been the worst month. Hold on, I'm just keep talking.
It's spooky season, and you're sad, and I'm sad about that. And I told you I had a day today too, so maybe there's just a dark cloud above us.
Dude, there must be. Mercury must be in retrograde. Have you ever heard that? People are like, "Damn, shit's fucked up."
Mercury's in retrograde. That's why so and so is acting up. That's why
better
my boyfriend
be.
cheated on me.
Mercury, stop. But the other night, so backstory, me and Valerie recorded a podcast on Saturday night, and then my computer just totally like shit itself.
Yep, and we recorded over 2 hours.
Over 2 hours.
It was high energy. It was fun.
It was fun. And then, but Valerie.
And then tonight we're like, wah, wah.
Yeah, now we're just sad. But I was on your couch after my computer took a shit, and I was looking at at Reddit to see like what we could talk about.
I was nervous you were going to say just now
I was looking at Pornhub to see what we could talk about, and I found a couple things. No, but I found the first thing on Reddit I found. What do you want humanity to achieve before you die?
Ooh.
Yeah.
What do you want humanity to achieve before you die? So I don't even have to do it. I just have to want it to happen. So,
yeah.
Okay, let's think. When am I going to die? So I'm 26 right now. Say I die when I'll be optimistic. I'll say 100.
Also, a fun fact about dying. This is super dark.
Go ahead.
And every time I thought about it made me super sad. But I don't know if this is true, but like if my math is shitty, then oh well. But I calculated it, and like if you die when you're 75, your entire life is only like 600,000 hours. Like, I don't think that's a lot. 600,000 hours, like if you die when you're 75.
That isn't very many, because I always think like an internship when I was in school was 400 hours, which is 10 weeks of full-time work.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a lot, but 600,000 doesn't sound like that many.
No, it doesn't. Like
600,000 hours.
Damn, yeah. And
that makes time seem really
short.
Futile.
Yeah, it makes me sad. But if you like, when I was thinking about this, I just got too tired and sad and invested in Love Island, and I was like, I'll think about this tomorrow, and I never thought about it again.
Oh.
So what would you want to happen before you die?
Say that I live 100 years, I'd die in 2092 because I was born in 1992, which is like basically the year 3. No, that's not the year 3.
No.
But you got what I meant.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I would like to see world hunger eradicated. Like I've always thought that, like whenever they come out with like a new Apple Watch or like something and they have this huge presentation, I'm like,
why?
I'm like, okay, I'm not all that smart, but aren't there people starving in some parts of the world?
You
like,
could
you
could do a lot more.
somehow?
You could do a lot more stuff with your money than you're making.
Yeah, I just have never understood how world hunger is still a thing. And this is probably the least educated talk on world hunger there's ever been on a podcast. Like, how is world hunger still a thing?
How is world
but
hunger
I can't help
still
but
a
think that.
thing, bro?
But I said that to somebody once, and they said that it was in the Bible that that hunger would always be an issue as long as mankind exists.
Mm-hmm.
There will always be somebody somewhere facing hunger. And I thought, well, maybe situationally, but for it to be going on this way and people literally dying from hunger, it's crazy to me. So world hunger is probably the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Deep talk hours. Go on.
For me, this is like not even on your level. This is like some dark shit kind of. Not really dark, but like, so like artificial intelligence is like obviously like take over. Like, don't you think so? No, like
I don't know.
Are you being? I genuinely think it will.
Okay.
And I don't want to see it like take over and like try and kill us, but like I want to see it in like I don't know. I want to see it in like not like a human form, but kind of like more advanced, like a lot more advanced than it is now. Like when I'm 90, I want to see like robots walking around like that we can talk to, like, hey Sam, oh what's up, Jimmy?
Have you ever seen the movie what's it called? Chappie.
No, but I heard about. I thought you were going to say
robots.
Terminator.
No, not Terminator.
No,
in Chappie, they like please robots, and then one of them they kind of nurture back to.
No, but yeah, I know what it's about. Like Hugh Jackman.
No, not Hugh Jackman. That's The Greatest Showman.
No, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
No, it's with the guy and girl from deeeeeep. That group. It's like a weird group. They're from South Africa.
No,
I'll show you. I gotta show you a clip. I'll show you later.
Sounds good. But yeah,
good movie though.
I had another. Okay, the thing I told you earlier about when I walked into Starbucks, was that too mean?
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it anyways.
Because I have something to add on, so go ahead.
Okay, so
new topic, everybody.
New topic. I was walking into Starbucks like an hour ago, and I was like, this girl in front of me, I was like, oh, she's kind of cute. But the second I thought that, I was like, maybe not. Like, what is her voice? Like, what if her voice is fucked up? And I'm like, and then the second I think that, she's like talking to the barista, and she's like, hey, can I get a so-and-so? I'm like, oh shit. That's probably too mean. That's mean, but like her voice is just like raspy. I was like, oh.
So before she even spoke, you had a premonition that it was going to be a bad voice.
I was
You're
like,
hesitating.
I see. And that sounds mean, but I mean, sometimes it really do be like that.
Sometimes it really do be
it
like
really
that.
Do.
I can think of two guys that one of them I thought was attractive, and then he talked, and I just like, it wasn't necessarily that his voice was unattractive, it just didn't fit with his look. And then there was another guy.
No, yeah, that's how this girl was too.
Okay, well,
but
another guy who took me on a date once, and during the date, like, it wasn't even his talking, it was his laugh.
Oh.
And I never thought that I would like hate on somebody's laugh, because you can't really change it.
I feel like I have an ugly laugh.
No, you're fine.
Like,
that's like
that's
normal.
my laugh
this was
sometimes.
literally like,
it's like oh.
Like,
I've done that before.
It was so gross. I remember like where I was even like sitting and everything when he like laughed like that, and I was literally just like, ugh.
Yeah, I've done that
God,
before, and
so
like the
gross.
second I did it, I was like, ew. Like, what am I doing?
No, but then he laughed like multiple times, and every time he laughed or giggled, like it was that same little.
Yeah, no.
It was so gross.
Man. Sorry, we're so judgmental on this podcast. We're the
not
fakest
normally,
people.
but he was laying out weird vibes to begin with.
No, yeah, we're not normally judgmental, but today we're not having very good days, so we're feeling like roasting everybody. So first on the list, I'm just kidding. Just play.
We're not roasting anybody.
We're not roasting anybody on this podcast, but if you want a podcast where we roast people, PayPal me $20.
and we will roast the absolute shit out of you.
Everybody. Just send us a list.
Do you ever see a picture of yourself and you're like, I just know that somebody would roast me so hard
yes.
if I was like a celebrity or somehow in the public eye?
Last night I was on my old Instagram, which is Sam Mudd, which obviously, but it was like my old Instagram that I had when I was like 12, 13. And then I looked through my tagged, and my mom's, like, a bunch of my mom's pictures were on there. And I have this picture of me, and I was like maybe 14. And I was like, me and my dad went to this like Wild West thing in Wyoming or whatever. And I was standing there. There was like a bottle of Jack Daniels in front of us, like a toy gun in front of us. And I was just sat there like, and like my hairline was it was so bad. It looked so bad. Like I almost posted it on my Instagram story.
But it was too embarrassing.
It was too embarrassing. Like I just looked really bad.
So it's definitely kind of cool and trendy right now to find really bad pictures of yourself and then post them and be like, oh, look how ugly I am, look how ugly I was.
Yeah.
But I think we all have pictures at that threshold, but there are pictures below that we can never let come to light.
Yeah.
Like I can think of those where I'm like, if I posted this, it would not be funny. It would be
oh my
whoa.
God.
And people would be like,
no, yeah. But
disgusting.
I was going to put it on my story and be like, oh my God, like how ugly I was. But I didn't want people to think, oh my God, you're just fishing for compliments, you absolute bum.
You're so cute.
Oh my God, no, you're so cute. Don't ever put yourself down like that. I'm just like, shut up.
It's like, can't we all just come to a consensus that I'm an ugly piece of shit?
Yeah, can't we just all agree that I suck?
But then at the same time, like, we both stunt. And we're to
That's
each other,
true.
We're
We're
like,
both
look how
pretty
cute
great.
I am.
Yeah, I know. What else? Okay, I'm just going to keep jumping to this topic until we find something that we can, like, continuously talk about. So
right.
I was
bear with us, podcast listeners.
Yes.
We're just kind of getting in this groove.
When I was on Reddit, I found this thing, and Mike Pence's wife is like backing some guy who wants to jail gay people, like put gay people in jail, which is just
that sounds like a party.
It's just it does sound like a party. Yeah. Anything else to add about that?
I think the general consensus is that that's like wrong. Like you have to be so far that direction to think that that's a good idea.
And like, isn't he the guy that thinks like you can shock someone
like shock
out of
therapy?
being gay?
I don't know. Did Pence back that at one point?
No, yeah.
I'm hesitant to talk about politics because
It's about to get political.
To get political. Well, I don't want to consider myself uninformed, but it's always the specifics that I'm like, did that happen? Let's just call this the uninformed podcast.
Yeah,
so far we just have all
We're
these
very uninformed
hot takes
about
on things
really
that we
everything.
don't know much about.
Yeah, I don't know anything about politics, but when I walk into my grandpa's house, he's just like Trump's on the TV, and I'm like,
and he's loving it.
And he's like, yes, Trump, yeah, keep talking more about whatever it is you talk about. While I drink my Diet Coke, and by the way, I've recently. Ever since I've come over to your house, I've like fucking.
Let's talk about Diet Coke.
Hell yeah, Diet Coke is spicy as shit.
Well, I've just started drinking Diet Coke on a regular basis within the last year.
I kind of do too now.
Before that, I would just get it like if I were out to eat or something and I wanted a pop, I would get a Diet Coke.
If I go home and I'm like craving like a pop, I'm like, oh, Diet Coke sounds better.
Because it's so. I've said it, and you kind of agree.
I used to hate it. And like in a weird way, it's spicy.
You're kind of that white person who thinks everything's spicy. No, it is so like spicy, and I can drink it in the morning. I can drink it right before I go to bed. It tastes good any time of day.
I think it tastes good to me better at night.
It's so thirst quenching.
Yeah, it is. But in the morning, I don't know if yeah, I think it started when I went over to my friend Jacob's house. Jacob Ostrich, shout out to you if you're watching this or listening to this or whatever. I went over to his house and I was like, hey, do you have anything to drink? And he's like, yeah, I go out to the garage. So I went out to the garage, and there was like Propel.
And there it was.
There was like Propel, like Bud Light, and I'm like, oh, I can't take one of these. And then there was Diet Coke. I'm like, oh, might as well just indulge. And I grabbed 2 Diet Cokes, and I went downstairs, and I was like, fuck yeah, this is so good.
Oh, yeah.
It's like heroin.
Diet Coke ASMR. I would totally have one here, and we could drink them, but Diet Coke makes me burp like a savage, so it's best that I drink the first couple drinks in private, 'cause otherwise I will be burping.
Speaking of
nonstop.
drinks, I don't know where my Starbucks went.
I don't know. Do you want me to talk while you find it?
No, I don't really care.
A little salty that you went to Starbucks and didn't offer to bring me something because
Oh shit!
I
I'm sorry.
that.
I'm
I
sorry.
would have liked that, but
Do you want to stop and we can go get some Starbucks?
no.
Damn, my bad. Sorry.
That's okay. I didn't know I wanted any Starbucks till I saw you with yours, and then I'm like,
yeah,
that looks really good.
yeah, it was really good.
So yeah, Diet Coke is very indulgent and delicious, and
It is.
I knew there was no turning back when I actually bought like a case of cans to keep in my fridge,
Yeah.
and that's when I was like,
And when I was at your house,
I know I'm gonna have them in here all the
you
time.
didn't have
now.
any Diet Coke, and I was like, that's the first time I've ever bought Diet Coke, like for myself. And I was like, I
now
guess
there's no
too.
going back.
Now there's no going back. I'm never drinking, but I feel like it's bad, bad for you.
Oh, it's definitely not good for you
No, yeah.
whatsoever.
Oh my God, Shane Dawson drinks diet shit, like, and nothing not like he doesn't drink anything not diet.
Really?
Yeah, and I feel like that's not good for you.
No.
Yeah,
It's
not
not,
at all.
but
Like
I don't
diet
smoke, so
diet root beer is
I don't vape.
awful. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't vape. As I hit my jewel.
Knowing you, Sam, there's just like jewel paraphernalia around me at all times now. Like on my
Yeah.
little end table in my living room, there was an empty jewel pod, and I held it up. I'm like, I
Oh,
literally thought
shit,
it was like
the
part of your
Sam.
camera or something. Like I thought it was some little mechanical piece, but it was empty, so I just
Dude,
threw it in
yeah,
the garbage.
jeweling has become a part of my daily lifestyle, and I don't go anywhere without my jewel.
Would you consider jeweling a personality trait?
Yes.
At this point?
Yes, I would. Speaking of personality traits, I saw this tweet today, and it was funny. It said, student athletes think that breaking your ACL is a personality trait.
Yeah,
thought
I
that
see a
was
lot of
super
tweets
funny.
like that. So, yeah, hot take. Do you think that student athletes consider tearing their ACL a personality trait?
Yeah, I definitely do. Yo,
Or in
bro-
general, like, oh, I'm redshirting right now. I don't even
Yeah,
know anything about sports, but
No,
I know
I
that if
don't
you're
either.
redshirting, that's a
yeah,
personality trait.
I broke my ACL, so, just take
I
that.
broke my ACL.
I broke my ACL. Now you know what kind of person I am.
Damn, I got you all figured out. New Tinder bio.
I broke my ACL.
ACL,
ACL, broken.
heart shattered.
Oh my
ACL
God.
broken.
I
Torn.
was listening to Cody and Noel today, and they were talking, of course, that's all I'm going to talk about whenever. Oh my God. Next thing I wrote in my notes to talk about is, I don't even want to talk about this. It's like, I don't want to say it's about to get political again, but like it kind of
But-
is. Oh my God,
Uh-oh.
this mic thing. I'm just going to have to, whatever. Okay, there it goes. So basically, in the whatever article that I was reading on Reddit, it was like the Kardashians are like really embarrassed of Kanye, which
I can
I
understand
see
why.
why. I definitely
Yeah.
see why. But just imagine, like, embarrassing your wife. So like, I just want to read the article. It kind of made me mad. I don't know why.
Have all of this pulled up in the future.
No, yeah.
So that's another thing. For this
definitely need
podcast,
to.
we both just got here and started talking. He did not tell me what topics we were going to talk about. I didn't really have any in mind. We're just kind of rolling with it for now.
We definitely are just kind of rolling. Okay, I can't find it. Goddamn. But basically, Kanye said he was like misdiagnosed as bipolar.
Okay.
How oh sorry, the doctor was wrong. I'm not bipolar. Like the dude who went to school to diagnose me as bipolar was wrong, and all the tests were wrong.
And I'm a legend.
And I'm a legend. Yeah, I do think Kanye. I do love Kanye, but
Yeah, a lot of really loyal Kanye fans are like,
I don't know.
Sorry, dude,
Yeah,
like,
I saw a tweet and it's like, yeah, Kanye, I don't know if I can support you anymore.
yeah. ...
Drop that album. Which I don't know why he said he was going to drop it like a month ago and he still hasn't. So, and then I saw a tweet, Anthony Fantano. Do you know who that is?
No.
Okay. He's like, what if, what is it called? What is his Yandi? That's what his album's called. He's like, what if Yandi was Yeezus backwards?
It's not.
No, I know, but like, what if it was? No, like, what if the Yandi album was the Yeezus album backwards?
Oh, like the content of it was just backwards.
But it's not.
Interesting.
It's definitely not. But
wow, that would be a statement. I don't know what kind of statement, but that would be.
And then there was
statement.
like a track listing, but it was fake, and he had a song with Tekashi 6ix9ine. And I was just like I thought it was real at the time, and I was like, no, please, no. That would be all. I hate him too.
I hate 6ix9ine as well, but I do like that song Fifi.
Oh no!
But I don't let myself stream it because I don't want to support him.
I've never heard it.
Fifi?
No, I just I
can't stream it because I
don't
want to support
Gummo.
him.
I heard Gummo, but I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play a couple of seconds of it. We'll probably get copyrighted, but I don't really care. I have a copywriting story. One time I got copywritten. Is it copywritten or copyright?
Copyright infringement cited. Oh.
Well, that's a bummer. Just keep talking about whatever.
Okay.
Keep talking about copyright while I fix the camera.
So I've heard multiple people say that they get copyright infringement on YouTube, and I think that they think that there's a guy who sits there and listens to everything for a song, but I feel like it's just automated. If it detects a song in your video, I don't know how that technology would work, but it must.
I've got copyrighted twice, and one was I was on YouNow. Do you know what YouNow is? It's like a live broadcasting thing. Yeah, you can live broadcast yourself to the world. Which
we should do. That would be fun.
I feel like
if I knew people were watching right then, I would
Yeah, me
it
too.
Would invigorate me a little bit.
But I was on that with David, and I started playing EXO Tour Life by Lil Uzi, and then it's for some reason it went onto my YouTube, and then it got taken down because some Warner Brothers music or some music site saw it and was like, nah.
Well, yeah, when you say saw it, I think there's some software that must scan it. It's not like someone heard it and reported you.
Yeah, and then I made a movie. So Blood Money, it's
a YouTube video. You can call it a movie.
Okay, but so I made let me just call it a 6-minute movie.
Okay.
So I made a 6-minute movie on YouTube when I was this is probably when I was before high school.
Oh.
I made I made up Blood Money and it was so shitty, and me and Jacob were like, yo, we have to redo this. This is so bad. So we redid it, and then but the one prior to the first one, the credits, I just did the entirety of Thunderstruck by AC/DC, the entire thing, not even thinking about it. And then the next day, the whole it had 200 views, and then the next day it got taken down. I was like, rip. Sad boy hours.
It's sad boy hours, ladies and gentlemen.
It is sad boy hours. Oh God, I was just about to say something fucking cringe.
What?
No, I'm not even gonna say it. Well, yeah, spooky season is here. Spooky
That's
season
putting a positive
is here.
spin on your awful October.
And I think November is gonna be a good month.
Redemption.
But that's again November. How many days are there in September? 29, 30?
29.
I don't know.
Well, don't you know the knuckle trick to count your months?
I don't.
You don't?
I know what it is, but I've never used it. I do not.
January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September has 30.
Okay, so
the no
September 30th, we were on the phone, and I was like, yo, October's about to be super good. October's going to be a new month, a great month.
New month, new me.
New month, new me, and then the next day we're just both feeling shit, and maybe next month.
Yeah, maybe. But I've never been that kind of person. I don't feel like a whole month, a dark cloud could be over me, or a good thing. Even day to day, people this was an awful day, and I never used to really think that. I feel it's just
now
minute
you do.
by minute, kinda.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I'm having a bad day, I'm ugh. I just kind of want to go to bed and have it be tomorrow. But why? I don't know. I never used to think like that, and now I do. I guess it just comes with getting older and becoming more
I used to be such
Sombert.
an optimistic person.
Yeah,
I
me
used to
too.
be so optimistic, and then recently I'm just like like I told you earlier, like this feeling of like impending doom. Like, I feel like everything's just going to shit and like nothing's gonna get better. It will, but like I just feel like it's not, and like I'm just ready for this month to be over so I can like start like Thanksgiving. I'm so thankful.
Blessed boy.
I'm so blessed.
Blessed boy hours.
I'm so blessed. We are at, I don't know what time we're at. I can't change it now. But I guess I could, but I don't want to get up. I'm lazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, so what's new? Oh, yes. You went to that Fleetwood Mac concert.
Let's talk about Fleetwood Mac.
Let's.
Okay, so I just became Fleetwood Mac's been around forever. Forever, ever. But I just became a fan within the last like 2 years maybe. And like the Rumors album is everything. I'm obsessed. They had this like classic albums live that came to Nyack a while back, where they play an album in its entirety.
They
and
came
it's like
to Nyack.
No, not Fleetwood Mac came to Nyack. It's like a cover band, and it sounds kind of stupid. But they basically play it. They play music to sound exactly like the album, and they don't like dress up like the people or anything. It's basically like a orchestra performance. But it was so good. It was amazing. And I love the Rumors album. I love Fleetwood Mac. So when they came to Des Moines, I was like, no expense spared. I'm getting really good tickets. So my friend Amber and I, we were down in the 11th row on the floor.
Damn.
Of course, we wait till the last minute to get there. So going to the concert, it says it starts at 8. I was like, okay, I want to be there at 8 because I don't think there's an opening act. Like, they're an older band. I feel like they're going to start pretty close to on time.
Right.
Well, then we're trying to get the Uber, and it's not coming, and the app's messing up. So then I'm kind of freaking out.
Wait, it was in Des Moines?
Yeah. And then I'm trying to pull the tickets up on my phone, and that's not really working. And I was like freaking out. And I was like, Amber, I'm sorry. I'm kind of being a bitch right now. Like, oh. So we get down on the floor, literally like get to our seat just as the lights are coming down and the band comes on. Like, it could not have been any more perfect timing.
Perfect timing.
Because if I were to have missed the opening, which is my favorite part of any concert, I would have been so mad at myself. So mad at myself.
Would have had to get tickets for the next show.
Yeah. But it was such a good concert. I literally was mad at myself that I didn't get tickets for the night before in Lincoln, Nebraska. And even next Monday night, they're going to be in Minneapolis. And I'm like, I should go. But I'm also like, I have bills and a real adult life. I can't be driving all over the place to go follow Fleetwood Mac like a groupie. Or could I? Oh my God. It was so damn good, though.
You ever like go to a concert and like cry? Like,
you know, I thought I was going to at this one because those songs, they like are really emotional, some of them.
Oh, yeah.
But I was too hyped up, so no, I did not cry. During the cover band one, when they played the Rumors album, I didn't cry, but I got like a little tight in the throat during some of the songs. I was like, geez, some of these really hit home.
I went and saw Harry in June or July.
Harry
I can't remember.
Styles.
Yeah. And if I ever say Harry, just assume I'm talking about Harry Styles.
Okay.
And I like cried when he played Sign of the Times, and even when he played Stockholm Syndrome, I was like, holy shit, like this is on another level. I just started like Sign of the Times. I cried, like I bawled, and then and I'm such a bitch, but
a bitch is the word. You're just like, you wear your emotions on your sleeve.
I definitely do.
You do not keep things bottled up.
That's
let it
so
go.
last podcast we were talking about big dick energy. I think that's how I lost it. I used to not wear wear my emotions on my sleeve, but then I started, and my big dick energy totally
did it plummet?
Yeah, it just
I don't think big dick energy has to do with not being sensitive. I think it's just more about like confidence and kind of like, I know I'm hesitant to use the word swagger because that's like not in anymore, but it is like,
no, I know what you mean.
It used to be swagger, and now it's big dick energy. They put a sexual twist on it.
But yeah, you know who has big dick energy? Harry Styles.
Okay, yeah.
Harry Styles definitely has big dick energy. I mean, I feel like when you're famous, you have to. I mean, I have to, but like,
that's kind of part of how you got famous.
True. I mean, also,
if you don't have big dick energy, you must be like genuinely talented in some way.
No, yeah.
To have made it that far.
Think of speaking of big dick energy, obviously you heard
you just got a glimmer in your eye, so I'm excited to hear what you're gonna say.
No, it's sad. Speaking of big dick, not sad. Pete Davidson and Ariana.
I knew that's what you were gonna say.
I was like, I read it. I was on TMZ the other night. I go on TMZ all the time now, just to like see what's cracking. And it was like, I read that, and I'm like Pete Davidson and Ariana Grande are Splitsville. I'm like, damn, like that kind of like, I don't know, that kind of made me sad a little bit. But then again, last podcast last podcast when we recorded it and my computer took a shit and it didn't. It died. Anyways, I
It
was
exists only in my memory.
it exists only in my memory. But I was talking about how much I hated him. I don't like him.
Because he was with Ariana and you love Ariana.
True. I do still think he's a piece of shit, though, to be honest. And, like, he made some comment about, like, do you know what I'm talking about?
Replacing her birth control with Tic Tacs.
What?
Did you? Okay.
No.
He was in like a skit on Saturday Night Live, and he made a joke. He's like, I don't think she's gonna leave me, but I want to make sure that she can't. So he's like, said something that he was gonna replace her birth control with Tic Tacs.
That's funny.
It was like in a skit. It was a joke, but I was like, that's in really bad taste. Like,
no, yeah.
That's that's abuse.
Like,
but
that's fun. I hate him, but that's funny. I think that's funny. Just that joke is funny. Like, if you actually did it, it'd be kind of. I don't know. Just. I don't know what's funny about that. It's just funny.
Well, obviously, I mean, people were laughing, so you're not alone.
Yeah.
But it's in bad taste, and is that abuse? Yeah, it is. So let's hope
If
that
you
nobody
actually
listening
did
at
it,
home.
if you actually did it, you'd be a fucking terrible person. But just
Yeah.
it's just funny. But I saw it, like, he had like this comedy gig coming up, and you just told, like, he canceled it. But like, if I broke up with Ariana Grande, I would too. If I had a comedy gig coming up, just in my own life right now, which I don't. Sadly, I don't. I wish I did.
Well, let's go do stand up at the Octopus or something.
Okay.
Okay. Wow, king and queen of all media.
But yeah,
coming at you live.
if I was doing stand up, I'd cancel. I would. I just would.
Well, if you were going through like a bad breakup or something, and they were like engaged, like they thought they were going to get married.
No, yeah, and like that bunny tattoo that he got on his neck, he covered it up into a heart.
Yeah.
That's sad. I think that's sad.
It is. I liked that tattoo. I thought it was kind of cool.
I did too. I did too. Big oof. Anyways, yeah, now she's single.
At Ariana.
At Ariana.
Hit
me up, I guess. Not I guess.
What if you tweeted her that at Ariana Grande, hit me up if you need a shoulder to cry on. You woke up in the morning and the official Ariana Grande Twitter messaged you like, hey, I just really need someone to talk to right now.
I think I'd shit myself. I'd be like, oh my God. This is the
call me later. Here's my number.
Dude, I don't know what I'd do. I really don't. Like, I think I'd be in shock a little bit, but at the same time I'd be like, fuck yeah. But at the same time I'd be like, fuck no.
Would you even tell anybody?
Yeah, I'd tell the boys.
They would not believe you. You'd
No,
have to
they
show
would be
them on
like-
your phone, and they
no,
would be
they
like,
would not
"That's
believe me.
a prank. It's something."
No,
Like,
yeah, for sure.
it's not real.
Dude, what if we talk about it and I don't know if I'm going to use this word right. Fruition? Like, what if it comes to fruition?
Yeah.
Yo, like, what if
Yeah,
we're
that's right.
talking about it and she, like, somehow in hell listens to this?
Even though she literally has like millions of mentions,
No,
and then she's gonna message some white kid, just
in Iowa.
skinny white kid in Iowa with like a few hundred followers on Twitter.
Yeah. One time I had like, I don't know where I was going with that, but that would be insane. Like, nobody would believe me. I'd tell you and Cameron and Zane, and that's about it.
Wow, that's the core squad right there.
It is the core squad. Yeah. Obviously, I don't know if I'd try and keep it a secret. You know why? You know exactly why I would, though. I don't want you to say it out loud, but you do know exactly why. You don't? Okay. Never mind then, I guess.
Is it because of other?
Yeah.
Say no more.
Anyways, how about that weather?
A
Damn.
dark cloud over just me and you, just over our heads. That's the weather.
No, really, though. Want to do ASMR? No, I want to see where we're at. Just, like, keep talking.
Okay.
Just say, like, whatever comes to your mind.
Say whatever comes to my mind. I think my headphones are up. I should apologize. I don't know how to acknowledge without apologizing. Like, sorry I don't have any makeup on. But women shouldn't have to apologize for the way they look. But I just have a cold from hell. And I'm getting better, but
No, yeah, I don't think
at the
anyone
same time,
cares.
I'm not.
I don't think anyone cares, like, if you have makeup on or not.
Trust me. If we, like, had a really steady viewership and I always
No.
looked put together and then one day I didn't,
No.
you'd fucking know in the comments. They'd be
No.
like, Bitch.
No.
You're
I
ugly.
don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, here's another question. Do you ever just, I don't think I'm in the camera, take your arm and hold it up and just keep it there? I do this all the time.
I used to.
Like when I'm laying on the couch, sometimes you just have your arm and you just hold it up there. It just like, it's so effortless.
Can't say I do.
It's free. You could start.
Sure, I can start. Maybe that's my
Okay, you can't do like bent. It has to just like sit in like the socket.
No, yeah. Let's just fucking do that the whole time. The rest of the podcast. Oh, speaking of raising your arm, I saw a tweet while I was at Starbucks, and there was it was a get you a girl who can do both, and it was just this girl standing there like looking all dolled up, and then her like drinking some drink like this, and then someone quoted it and it was like, get you a girl who can hold her arm up. And like, I guess she was trying to say get you a girl who can be classy and then party, but I don't really.
That's stupid.
It is stupid, but I don't know. I kind of feel like I know where she's coming with that.
Just the execution is so lame.
Dude, I really wish. I wish so bad. Two things I could have in this world. The first one cannot be mentioned. The second one is I wish that we could talk about the double dick guy for the first time on this podcast. Because last time we did, but then the file just totally killed itself.
I honestly want to save that. Like, let's do a little research and then talk about it next time.
Okay.
Like, let's look at some pictures.
Oh, true. That can be in, like, our conspiracy theory thing.
Okay.
Like, oh, does this guy really have two dicks? Back to the panic attack thing.
You're like,
I was sitting there, still having it in class.
That would be
like,
awful.
It was on break. And then, but it, like, happened during, like, it kept coming back. And then this kid's just sitting there, like, next to me watching this kid play a game. And he goes, man, girls suck. I'm like, fuck you. Like, and I was going to say to him, like, because he's, like, on his Snapchat stories, he's, like, shit about, if we don't have a streak, don't fucking Snapchat me and start a streak. And da-da-da-da-da, like, stuff like that.
See, I can't relate to people who take Snapchat and things like that seriously.
No, that's, like
what?
you know who. Like, he posts snaps like, you know who, like, I'm so worthless. Like, honestly, that's some shit I would do.
You don't do stuff like
that. No,
I
would, though. Like, that's some shit.
I've never seen you do anything like that.
No, I wouldn't, but, like, that's how dramatic I am. Like, if one thing happens, I'm so dramatic.
You are dramatic, but you have enough self-awareness to know not to take it to that level where you're going to post on social media, like, really, really specific things. I hate everybody. Blah,
I hate
blah.
everyone.
Because that's what makes you do have good self-awareness.
Yeah, I do. I definitely do, but I used to, I don't know. This is going to take a turn. I don't know. Next I definitely want to have a podcast where we, like, talk, like, get deep. Like, get really deep and talk about, like, so there's this thing. I was sitting at lunch at dinner with, you know who, and we were talking, and she's like, I was like, remember that one time you said we were talking and you said you felt like you were just, like, watching this happen? She's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I feel like that literally all the time. Like, and then she's like, yeah, dissociative disorder. And then, like, is that, does that exist?
That's a real thing. I don't know if that happened to you once or twice or however many times then you have that.
No, it's
that's not a question for me.
Like,
that's out
I
of my
literally
wheelhouse.
feel like that all the time.
Say.
Like, I feel like that right now. Like, it just, like, sparked in my head, like, it's not like I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But, like, I don't know.
Yeah, from the things you say about your mental health, like, I think you have some things you need to address.
I definitely do.
And I say that from a place of love and concern.
And then I was like, I was reading about it yesterday, and I was like, shit, that's me. Like, my memory is shit. Like, my memory is absolute shit. And basically it was like, one of the descriptions was like, part of it was like a breakdown of memory. I'm like, oh my God, that's so me. Relatable. But yeah, I like, my memory is so shit. Like, I can remember shit from like 3 months ago, but I can't, like, my friend Brittany, we were riding in the car one day and she's like, so what'd you do today? I had no fucking clue. I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what I did today.
I think that's more of like brain fog because you know it's there. You're just having trouble with like the recall.
No, like,
you're just like foggy.
True. Like,
If someone had a gun to your head and was like, "What did you do today?"
I don't like.
Oh, you'd figure it out real quick.
I don't like. I'd be under way too much pressure. I'd be like, what did I do today? I do not. See, like, yeah, I know what you mean. I do know what I did
it's
today.
just foggy. I think it's because you have some like anxiety and other things going on that it's really fogging you up.
And then I was like driving
down. That's my
down.
non-clinical.
I was driving down the road today, and I was like, so like in Cody's podcast when he had a panic attack, he was like, find like do groundwork, like point out 3 things, like 5 things in the room that are in reaching distance. And I was not in reaching distance, but whatever. And so I was like driving down the road today. I was like really anxious, and I was like looking. I was like, stoplight, tree, radio, steering wheel, gas station.
I shouldn't be laughing because that's not really.
No, it's
a good method, but the way you say it.
No, yeah. I was like gas station, dog, person, car, and yeah, it was. I don't know. It just felt weird, but yeah, I definitely do want to have a podcast where we get deep about like shit,
like shit in our lives.
Just everything.
Let's do it all about you, because I'm kind of a private person.
All about me.
Certain things.
I have only really one thing that's going on in my life right now that's worth mentioning, but I don't know if I want to, because like, damn, this first podcast really a heater.
It's really more of like our sounding board of like, how should we do this podcast?
Oh, look, when I think I get a text from someone, a notification from Facebook. And I'm like in groups on Facebook where it's like,
oh, me too.
Where people are like, subscribe to me. Who's Michael? Some guy just sent me a friend request. I have no idea who he is. So,
maybe he's
confirm.
Listening right now. I'm the opposite, especially if it's a guy. Delete. Don't know you.
Yeah.
Delete.
No, yeah, but I've gotten some like, friend requests on Facebook from like people that I have no idea who they are, and like they have some really weird, sketchy, like profile picture, but they're mutual friends with 5 of my friends. I'm like, and they have no posts and like 2 pictures. I'm like, no.
Delete.
Yeah, delete. No, like you're probably gonna try and hack me or something.
Well, the girl who does my hair, I saw that she followed me on Instagram the other day. So I was like, oh, okay. I thought maybe she already had an Instagram, but whatever. So she followed me. I followed her back, blah, blah, blah. Then I look at her profile, and they had just uploaded some pictures. Long story short, turns out like it was a fake profile. Because then they started messaging me saying, hey, what's up? I said, oh, nothing. What's up with you?
They made a fake profile as the girl who did your hair? What?
Yeah. And then they were messaging me, and they were like, oh, I'm really excited about this new opportunity. And right then I'm like, I think this is sketchy, but I said, oh, what is it? Yeah. And it was some big long thing about if you invest $1,000 and blah, 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 blah. So I just replied, scam. And they said, and then they sent some video of a lady like giving her testimony about it. And then they said, it is not a scam. I have made blah, 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 so much money in this amount of time. So then I texted the girl who does my hair. I said, her name's Latasha. I was like, Tasha, somebody is pretending to be you on Instagram and made a fake profile trying to scam people. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. She replies back almost immediately, okay.
All right, that's fine, I guess. But speaking of scams.
She just said, okay.
Dude, that'd be so weird if somebody.
But then she did address it, and she did it, whatever.
If somebody made like a fake profile.
Yeah,
of you.
So it wasn't even like a random fake profile. Like they were targeting her followers by making a replica Instagram and sending this message to everybody. And it was like somebody sitting there typing, because the responses were not canned. They were like relating back exactly from what I had just said.
That's weird.
It was way weird. I should look and see if it got deleted.
Think about how famous people feel though. Like they have a shit ton of profiles of them. Just like I don't like. Yeah, like YouTubers like have fake profiles of them.
Yeah.
Like okay, so do you know who Acacia Brindley is?
No.
Okay, so some of you probably do. All 0 of you. But I used to think she was super hot. Now she's like married or whatever. And then she sent me a friend request on Facebook, but it was like it looked like legit. And I was like, fuck it. I'll just accept. And like she never messaged me or anything. And I was like, okay. But still to this day, I don't know if it was the actual Acacia Brindley. She was something else though. Let me tell you. She was something else. Anyways. Think about how many times have I said anyways during this podcast?
Too many. Oof,
so we're at an hour.
We're at an hour.
We're at an hour.
Should we start winding it down?
8 seconds.
Like I think this is a good amount of
I do think this is good. Yeah. welcome. Well, if you guys did enjoy the podcast, make sure you click that subscribe button, and you will find a podcast every day. Just kidding.
Every day? I don't have time
week.
for that.
So, if you enjoyed the Legends Only Gamecast, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment on what was your favorite part about the whole podcast.
Thank you guys for listening, and all I can tell you is that it is going to get better, and it will be more energetic. Today is just sad boy hours.
It is sad boy hours. Sad boy year.
And I have a cold, and
yeah,
it's sweater weather.
Yeah, it is sweater weather. Yeah,
I don't know why that's
an
an excuse for a bad podcast.
Oh, right, as we're
hey,
ending, the camera shuts off.
Oh, it wasn't great, but it's sweater weather, so meh.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening. If you made it this far.
Yeah, what's good? All right. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast.
Yeah.
If you did, do whatever I told you to do in that.
Do what it
outro.
do.
Do what it do, babe. Who is going to do the what? Who is going to do the what here? That's what Noel said. I'm just gonna whatever. All right. Peace out. Have a good day.